Hi, my name is Creelien and this is my very first commentary playthrough ever. I'm not sure I'll be able to keep talking continuously because, every start is hard. And you could probably guess by now that I am not a native English speaker. So sometimes when it's an awkward silence, it's probably because I'm thinking how to say what I have to say.
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
So, a bit about this playthrough. I chose Shepard to be a Vanguard because I looked at the Wikia page and it said that Shepard is a biotic canonically. Because Shepard has been registered having a L3 implant, which is what biotics have. And now that the Legendary Edition is coming out in, where the leaks said in March 12th, but who knows what the official info will be, I wanted to replay the entire trilogy using various mods listed in the description below. I hope everything is gonna work out fine, because at one time recording one of the missions in the playthrough, my character was just sent out into nothingness and I had to reload and edit the thing so it's not in the actual video. And yes, my commentary is not a live commentary, I just recorded this post-recording gameplay. I wonder how the Legendary Edition will turn out to be. Like if it's gonna look like exactly like modded Mass Effect, or it's gonna be an actual improvement. But I read that they had trouble with the first Mass Effect because they had to, I guess, recreate the game in Frostbite engine, because the first Mass Effect used a different engine than the second and the third one.
Remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy.
And yes, this Shepard is my best creation in a good, somewhat decent looking Commander Shepard. I've been in a dilemma to use FemShep over BroShep because I have the FemShep consistency project installed. That's basically Mass Effect 3's default FemShep in Mass Effect 1 and 2. This playthrough is a normal and my character is not a level 60 character. This is not a New Game Plus.
Aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here.
I wonder what could have happened if Nihilus survived Eden Prime.
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong.
One of my friends said that this Shepard is kinda looks like those Greek or Roman statues of man. Well, I had a bit of complaint because I thought his nose is a bit wider than it should. But overall I think it's a decent looking Shepard. Oh, and by the way, in this playthrough I talk to every NPC I can. I ask every question and everything, so it's a lore-based playthrough.
Sounds like you don't trust Arturian guests.
Sorry, Commander, just having a chat with Adams down in engineering. Didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
Think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
All we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system. Why is Captain
It
Andrews
figures that we find Javik in Mass Effect 3 on Eden Prime, and how different could the story could have been if we had found Javik here. But of course, BioWare didn't know that they're gonna introduce a Prothean character to the series when they were making Mass Effect 1. Because in this game, the Proteans are still considered
That was
extinct.
30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. It still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board.
And yes, they just mentioned the
Especially a
First
Turian.
Contact War.
We're
That
an
could make
Alliance
up a
vessel,
good Mass Effect
human
story.
military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us.
Or even a Mass
Spectres
Effect movie.
operate outside the normal chain.
Because if they adapt the trilogy into a movie,
Nihilus looks like he's
they are
taking some
limited
heavy
to
action.
options like Caden or Ashley died,
Do
or
you have a problem with the captain?
No,
Commander
sir.
Shepard is just a soldier, or is he an engineer, or
Captain
does he
Anderson is
have
one of the most
biotic
decorated
abilities?
Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his metals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious the shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Of
Damned if
course,
I
it's a
know.
cover. They wouldn't
We're out
tell you
for
that you're gonna
purposes.
you're
I'm
gonna
not a
go
fan
to Eden
of
Prime
Vanguard.
to evaluate
Suppose I
Shepard
need
as
to
a
know basis,
Spectre.
Presley. Just follow the orders you're given.
Understood, Commander.
And now come Jenkins and Chuck Ross.
That's crazy. The captain's in
To be
charge.
honest, I'm glad that Jenkins dies on Eden Prime.
Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
You watch too many spy movies, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely
Sometimes I
hope you're
find
kidding,
hard
Paul.
what
Your real
choices
action
should
usually
I
ends
make,
with me
you know,
patching
during
up cult
dialogues,
members in the
because
infirmary.
often what I want to say is not an available option.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Do your job, follow my orders, and there won't be any problems.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to
Don't
show the
have
brass
Chuck
what I
Ross
can
is
do.
COVID.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do.
This
Don't do anything
sentence is
stupid.
much more impactful when
Don't worry,
Femshep says
sir.
it.
I'm not gonna screw this up.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony.
So Eden Prime is
At night, I used
basically
to
a
climb
big
this wall
agricultural
and stare across the fields
place,
back at the lights from the main
I
satellite.
guess.
It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander.
If I remember
Eden Prime is one of our most
correctly,
stable
was
colonies.
Eden
Good place to take the
Prime
Normandy for a shakedown run, I
the
guess.
core,
No real danger
or
there.
maybe like a
Gotta be
capital
something else
city
going
of the
on.
Protean
Got a
Empire?
Spectre on board.
I'm only
Must have somewhere
speculating
around
because
here
of
for real
the
mission to start.
What do you know
From
about
Ashes
Spectre?
DLC,
Only
the
what I've
flashbacks.
heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow
Dr. Chuck
organization
Ross
with a
has given me the
mandate to
idea about
protect
Spectres that
galactic stability.
they could have done a Mass
Cause.
Effect
Don't
spin-off,
forget that part.
you know, where you're a
Spectres operate
Spectre
above the law.
of maybe a Turian, a
Why
Sari,
don't we have
Salarian,
any of
so
our
you
own
could
people?
you could
Spectres
choose the
usually come
race
from the
you play
council
with, not
races,
just human.
like the Turians. We've been trying
And
to get
the
human
game
accepted into their ranks for
could
years
have
now.
been
So far.
prior
hasn't
the
happened.
trilogy or
Think
alongside
about
it,
You'd make a
or
good
maybe
Spectre.
within that
Always getting dropped
2
into
years
impossible
period
situations,
between
forced to survive
Shepard's
unbeatable
death
odds,
and his,
just like
let's
you are
say,
on Cruise.
rebirth, the end of Lazarus Project.
I try not to think about it, Goose.
Sorry, Commander.
And
I
this
didn't
is
mean to offend
another
you,
thing.
I
If they wanna make a
respect
Mass
what you
Effect
did.
movie, they
We
could
all do.
choose
Let's not dwell
a,
on the past, Commander. Was there something else you needed?
you know,
How do you control agents with unlimited
an origin
power?
for Shepard,
I
like
suppose the council
they
could revoke the Spectre
shoot a
status
movie
of
about
agent
him
for another
surviving a
period.
cruise only,
At that
or
point, Citadel
him
security
being
services
a
would take
war
over.
hero, or
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance.
maybe a
Spectres
renegade
were
Shepard
20 ordinary
who gets the
Spectres.
job done.
The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes
It could
rogue,
fit
they
the
send another agent
lore
to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
And it wouldn't
The
change the
corporals
trilogy at
confusing
all.
romantic legends with reality.
It wouldn't contradict.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an
No,
entire
Jenkins,
enemy
you will die
platoon all
before
by
long
himself.
death.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
And I was waiting for this moment. I have to admit that I never actually played through any Mass Effect game listening to all the dialogues. I mostly skipped them because I was in for the action and the, let's say, the spine of the story, and that's it.
I've never been there.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it?
Those textures look so
Do you
great.
know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for
I
this?
tried to keep the modes minimum,
I think it's about time we told the commander.
so
what's
minimal
going on.
gameplay modes
This
and
mission is far
just
more than a
texture
simple
modes.
shakedown run.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems.
And this
operational.
is where all begins.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis.
Yes,
research
the
team
same way you told Presley.
Unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives.
Imagine
It's
if
all based on Prothean
real life
technology.
humanity would have found some
The last
artifact
time
of
man did
alien
a discovery
origin,
like this,
and we
it
could
jumped
have
out
entered
technology
the
far
Mass
too
Effect
unknown.
era of
But
humanity.
Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Bring back to
Obviously,
Liara
this
for
goes beyond
proper
mere
study.
human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation.
Yes,
Some
that's
species see
right.
us selfish.
If humanity would have kept the artifact, then
Sharing that beacon
I don't
improves
think
relations with the Council. Plus, we need
that
more
would have been a
scientific
wise
information.
choice.
They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander.
And that is where you fail at it,
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time. I turn
Anderson,
around.
because
The Alliance
if you
wants
tell
to see
him
this
he
for
is
a
being
long time.
tested, then
Humanity wants
simply
a larger
knowing
role
that
in
will
shaping interstellar
alter
policy.
the result.
We want more say with the Citadel Council. The
Right.
Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
On the other
Not
hand,
many
it can be a
survive
pretty good
what you
motivational force.
You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all
I wish
Turians
we had a
resent
scene where
humanity.
we see Saren react to the
Potential
fact that
species.
Shepard is a Spectre,
See what you have to offer
or
to the rest of the
when he
galaxy
became one.
and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
Of course
I
he can
assume
do
this
the
is
job,
good
he's
for
the
the
main
Alliance.
character.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology. Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the
That's
wrong
funny
hands.
because they mention
The
Mars
Attican Traverse isn't the most
didn't,
stable sector of
you know, the
civilization.
thing about Mars that they
Plenty of
found the
raiders
beacon
and
there
criminals
and
active.
that
They might figure a Prothean
jumps
beacon
started
worth the risk
the
of attacking an
interstellar,
allied ship.
interstellar,
Even if it is right on the border of the
I can
Turkish
talk,
system.
sorry, the
The attic and traverse is on the
interstellar
Citadel
travel
protection.
for mankind.
If the Terminus systems attack, it's an
And later on, the
Technically,
Mars
yes.
Archives
Some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war.
has the blueprint of the Crucible. So basically, during the events of Mass Effect 1,
I'd
they
like to know
still
more about Eden
haven't
Prime before we touch down.
figured out all the things that are in the Mars Archives.
Eden Prime is one
Probably.
of the oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Always gonna be a galactic
Just what they told us
importance.
to. They were a
And
technological
discovery of galactic
species that ruled
importance
the galaxy 50
because of the
years ago.
Reapers.
Then they vanished.
Yes,
Nobody really knows how
Reapers.
or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
Finally.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
I wonder if that video is an actual, video file or those are the models, the in-game models.
Attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't. Need evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
But it's more likely the first.
Everything cuts out after that. No
Just think
comm
about,
traffic at all.
guys, you look up at the
This
sky
was
and
dead.
you see a Reaper descending.
Reverse and hold it 30
What's the first thing you do?
Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
In this scene,
Grab your gear and
Femshep actually smirks at Nihilus,
Tell Alenko and Jenkins to
while
shoot, Commander.
Broshep didn't do it. It's a small difference, but I noticed.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
How do you do a
Your
serious
team's
dig?
the muscle in this operation, Commander.
You start digging
Go in
with
heavy
more
and head straight
force,
for the dig site.
violently.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Jenkins, you're the smartest one in the
Nihilus will
entire
scout out ahead. He'll
alliance.
feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point
Like
2.
turn 2. I almost stopped recording here because I thought, whatever, I just stop here and I continue part 2 with an actual Eden Prime mission. I read it a while ago. If you spend these 3 points on Charm or Intimidate, then it will open up the Paragon or Renegade dialogue option, but only if you spend it here. If you don't, if you spend it on abilities, those dialogue options will not be available for you on Eden Prime.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Your guard up.
I originally wanted to take the assault rifle bonus power, but Considering that I might do the Pinnacle Station, then I want to have more shields available for me. So that's why Overload is there. I wonder how will the inventory system and everything here look like in the Legendary Edition. Will it get a complete rework, or they just try to do the very same? And how will it affect the combat? I know that they are not gonna include the multiplayer from Mass Effect 3, but I hope all the cut contents, like there are some ammo types here which you only can access with the console, that they're gonna put them back. And if they will they create new stuff? Oh yes, the mods include the experience rescale mode, so it makes sure that you reach level 60 by the end of your playthrough, if I remember that correctly. I wanted to choose to forget about him, but
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I
this
need
is
you
not
to
that
stay
kind of
focused.
playthrough. Maybe in the Legendary Edition. And for some reason Caden is automatically using his pistol. Because back then when I first played Mass Effect, he always switched to assault rifle. Basically in Mass Effect, if you have the ability Lift, Throw or Singularity, then you can easily control the battlefield. Even shielded enemies like Geth, Juggernaut can be pulled into the air with Lift.
Got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
I never actually played through Mass Effect with a New Game Plus save, nor finished it on Insanity. But I played through Mass Effect 1 on what's directly below Insanity. Hard, very hard. So I think that. And without New Game Plus, and it took me a lot to actually finish, because you are with basic equipment, level 1 character, lack of abilities, and if a Krogan storms at you, it's the end of you. The cat must have watched too much Dracula movies, or they're just simply the fan of Latte as the third. See that? Biotic abilities affect enemies even with shields. In 2 and 3 you cannot use biotic abilities like that on enemies if they have
Gunnery
shield
Chief Ashley Williams of the 212.
or armor.
You the one in charge here, sir?
Give me a status report, Williams.
We were patrolling the
man.
perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Oh, we got your distress call.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We are just not
We
telling
tried
you.
to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This
Not
isn't your
anymore,
fault, Williams.
shoots
You
Ashley.
couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
You know what I really want in Legendary Edition?
They
The
must have come
complete
for the beacon.
rework of hair
The
models.
dig site is closed,
Physics
just over that rise.
undead.
It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye,
Even
aye,
in
sir.
texture mods, some hair models look horrible. I
Describe
know
what
it's a
happened leading up to the
2007 game.
We
I
were
know.
sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. It seemed like a routine patrol until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Guys, when you
Tell me
first
everything you know
play
about the
through
beacon.
Mass Effect,
They were
who
doing
did
some
you
digging out
choose?
here to extend the monorail and
Ashley
expand the
or
colony.
Caden?
A few weeks ago,
And
they unearthed some Prothean ruins.
Did
and
you kill Rex,
suddenly
or
every scientific
you
expert in the
convince
colony
him
was
to
interested.
stand down?
That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up
Yes,
camp near the
it's a
beacon.
common
The
mistake
232
I
was with
sometimes
them.
make,
Maybe
that
their
I
unit fared better than mine.
ask
What else
for
do you know about
dialogues
Rescale?
already
Just what I remember from
said.
history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile.
Wait for it, maybe
Well, after
real
that,
life
they
planet
just kinda
Earth will be
disappeared
like the
behind the
Quarians. We
research
build the
veil.
machines to work
Nobody's
instead
really
of us,
heard
and
much from them
boom,
since.
it's
Have you seen a
suddenly
Turian spectre
Terminator
around?
Judgment Day.
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon.
He had a shotgun.
He's on our side.
A
Sorry.
shotgun is
Like I
enough
said,
for...
no Turians.
Kaden, you're not...
Move out.
You don't know what you're talking about.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Oh, this scorpion armor. I still have this scorpion armor on my Shepard, even after the part 6 of this LP. And this is the only episode when, or part, when it's 16 minutes long. The rest is around 30 or 40. Droides.
Perimeter clear.
I should have put these 3 in. What did I? Oh, not yet, I forgot. You need to unlock the shield regen skill tree. I don't know the name of it right now. Combat armor? Yes, I think it's combat armor. Yes, that's it. I don't have it unlocked. So, yeah. Oh, and this screen, if you pull abilities to the quick slots in Mass Effect 2, it tends to crash the game.
The beacon was right here.
Even
It must
now.
have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Yeah, different corrode weapon. More damage.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
These things, the husks, where there is a TV show
Oh
where
God, they're still alive.
there are beings
What
like
did the
them.
catcher do to them?
I mean, they look like, very much like them. The TV show is called The Expanse, and there is this thing called the proton molecule there, and they use that to create human hybrids, and they are exactly husk looking. I don't know if this black thing is a bug on the husk or not, but it looks very good. And I know there was a cache here, I don't know for upgrades or what, but I decided to not start looking for it.
That door. It's closed. Security lock's engaged.
And you can see there are people inside through the window. They are not good at hide and seek.
Thank the Maker.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Please just close the door. Column.
How did you end up in this shed?
We hid here during the attack. They must have come here for the beacon. Luckily it wasn't here. It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the kit.
Manuel.
When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
I wonder if Manuel has actually activated the
What else
beacon
did
and
they tell you
got
about the attack?
the visions
It all
from
happened
it.
so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were
Because
hiding
the
in
way
the
he
shed
talks,
while
it
the
basically
Geths swarmed
broke
over
his
the camp.
mind.
Agents of the destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside.
Vanguards
Gunfire,
of
screams.
your
That would
destruction.
never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It
It's
was
some type
big,
of
metal
data
looking
module
and
from a
old.
galaxy-wide communications network, remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please, this isn't the time.
He looks like he's already having visions. His eyes are
I saw
like,
him, the prophet, leader of the
look at his
enemy.
eyes.
He was here before the attack. That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack.
could have been here.
I'm sorry. Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
What's wrong with your assistant?
This is a must
Manuel
option
has a
for
really
every
mind, but
playthrough.
he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
And let's
Good
give
night, Manuel.
him our dose of
Can I
meds.
silence the truth? My voice must be heard.
Oh my god! What did you do?
That might have been a little extreme, Commander.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
It was only a matter
Who are
of
you
time
to
until
stop
I did
me?
something crazy and dangerous.
I suppose you're right. By the time he wakes up, the meds will have kicked in.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
He did not have the assault rifle when he jumped off the ship.
Sarah. Linus.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find a Geth here. The situation
Nihilus is being so naive. Considering Saren's reputation, he shouldn't have lowered his defenses.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
It's a ship, like it could have been something else, like a dragon.
Out against Mars.
At least this bastard doesn't do this shockwave or electric attack in other Mass Effect games. And you can see the people right through the window again.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling
Except
all
if
around
you
the
talk
ship.
like Manuel.
Found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second
You
I
saw a
it.
scary
We made a
ship
break for the sheds.
and you think it was over.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
You are Eden. You are the peasants of Eden Prime.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get
It
a
was
clear
big
look at it.
and metal looking.
It landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the dam. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was
Shepard sounds like he's already
impossible to think.
doubting it was
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of
that.
farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez,
stuff.
Blake, you've got to learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You're breaking the law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's
Oh,
in
if
the
you're not
packages.
hurting anybody, you can
Something
break the law, I see.
use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it.
See?
We're risking our lives to save
This
colony.
option wouldn't have
You
been
sure there's nothing
available
else in here that could
if
help
I
us out?
haven't spent that
Yeah,
3
one more
points
thing. I was gonna
at the
sell it
beginning
after
of
this
the
was
game
over, but
for
you probably deserve it more than I do.
Paragon option.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He might have something to
You
do with
are a
this whole
snitch if
attack.
I ask.
We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
You should have said I should go. That combat sensor is a useful ability. Ability? I don't know. It's a useful mod to equip.
Commander, it's Miles.
Caden, it's fire.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
And shoot.
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
What the hell are you talking about?
There were 2 Turians here. Your friend and another one he
Two
called
Turians walked
Saren.
into the bar.
I
No
think they
wait,
knew
it's
each
Mass
other.
Effect.
Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I'd been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform. Thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
1,000 Geth. And we only have
How come
met
you're the only one who survived?
less
Why
than
didn't
10.
anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
I'm so agreeing
Ditch work. Then you
with
cower
Ashley
back
on
here
this.
and do nothing while the Geth butcher everyone else.
I don't even have a gun. What was I supposed to do? Run out there and die? I couldn't save them. Nobody could. It was horrible.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything
You know,
like
Shepard,
it
it
before.
was big and metallic.
It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And
that was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a
What
few
if that
minutes later.
sound is already part of
Close contact here on the
indoctrination?
docks for the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares?
I care.
The supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
I know we're used to do this with yogurt at the school. Nobody notices if you take some.
Sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Hand over those grenades. Now.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
Of course, he's fair.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in
Sometimes I
handy.
feel like my
If I were
Shepard
you,
is
I'd
coming
think of
off
some way
as
to make it up.
someone with a
Okay.
split
There's
personalities,
something
and
else I was saying.
some renegade
Worth a
options are
fortune.
much
Experimental
more
technology,
violent than the
top of
Paragon
line.
ones.
Take
And
it.
in one
I
moment
don't need
he's
it.
like,
I didn't want to get hurt. Really,
and
I'm
the
sorry.
next is he's just
We need to
polite.
find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
And we never seen him ever again. Not even in other Mass Effect games. Caden seems to be a character easy to die. His health is always that low. Run, Shepard, run. Yes, the level up. Charm, it was charm. I remembered it differently. Yes, the main goal for Caden is to unlock lift.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were
Gets
here.
have flashlight heads. I wonder if Saren is already indoctrinated. Shouldn't he be already aware of where Sovereign is?
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Imagine if the enemies will be like in Mass Effect 3, not hiding behind covers all the time, but actually moving through the battlefield. Or maybe what they had in Andromeda, where you actually had to move around the battlefield in order to stay alive, much more like in 3. Throw has so much power in it on normal, even now that it's just, you know, level 1 throw, I guess. And I was surprised that I got shield battery here. The game normally doesn't start dropping these before the first major mission, you know, like Pharaoh's Novaria or Liara's mission. Also, please, BioWare, make the teammates more useful, not just standing in one point and shooting the wall. By the way, when I'm gonna get to the Mass Effect playthrough, okay, the ME2 playthrough, I'm not gonna use the mods, you know, like easy hack wall saves or, you know, whatever, because I happen to like those minigames, except the mining. I'm not gonna do the mining, I'm not gonna show doing the mining. No one's interested in me looking for resources on planets for 30 minutes. By the way, 30 minutes, I just reminded myself with a sudden thought. Do you want me to listen to codex entries or read the secondary codex entries at the end of this playthrough? Please tell me in the comments.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
Remove the Prothean part and he is saying actual working technology.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
If Shepard hadn't saved Ashley here, Ashley would have become the key figure fighting the Reapers. Except if she had turned out to be like Manuel.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it! It's too dangerous!
Touch Shepard, he cannot resist now. couldn't the researchers just, like run a scan on the artifact with their Omni tools and copy paste all the data in there into a portable device or something in case the beacon gets destroyed? Huh? Not thinking beforehand? Safety first or something?
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime.
Matriarch Milf
A human
Venezia.
alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans made
The
her
big
fuse
boobs she has. Is this really science hatred and reach? Or his Reaper's ship? Oh wait, I was talking... Oh, I'm an idiot. He's not looking for Sovereign, he's looking for the... small mass relay on Ilos. Of course, because Sovereign is already at his disposal.
Dr. Chakwas,
Or
I think he's waking up.
the other way around. Fingers clip through hair.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Like someone hijacked my brain and downloaded data
How long was I out?
to it.
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
How pulled you out of the way, not push.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
We just reload the save and
Exploded.
find
A
out.
system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're
Don't
fine.
look at like him, Ashley. You're not
I
gonna be the
detected some
Roman's option
unusual
anyways.
brain activity, abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement, signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this
Your
to my
nose
report.
is so
May-
fine. Sorry, I'm gonna
Oh,
fix that in Mass Effect
Captain Anderson.
2.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
When all the readings look normal, I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
You'll be a mess if you need.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. You sure you're okay?
Why isn't there an option
I don't
to
like
simply say
soldiers
no?
dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Jenkins
Chief
was
Williams
idiot
isn't
to
part of
rush
the
into
Normandy crew.
in
I
the
figured
line
we
of
could
fire.
use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Maybe Alenko
Intel dropped
likes
the ball, sir.
her.
We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
The council is not going to accept
I didn't
answers
do anything
if they
wrong,
are
Captain.
true.
Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books.
Already?
That's not why I'm here.
Already hero?
It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth,
A living legend, and
He's
Nihilus
gone
had
rogue.
no idea about his methods,
rogue Spectre
so he
is
turned his back literally
Saren's
and
dangerous.
opened himself up to an
Hates
attack.
Why?
he thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything
Yes,
about it.
because the humans were
But Saren
would be
has
certainly
allied himself
capable
with
of
the Geth.
taking over
I don't
the
know
entire
how,
galaxy.
don't know
Mhm.
why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I
had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth making. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the council, Shepard.
Yeah, Shepard had a bad
What
dream.
are we gonna tell him? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Sarah took it. But I know Sarah. I know his reputation is politics.
Of course you know him, you worked with him
Blight on the galaxy.
in the first
This
Mass
attack is
Effect
an act
book.
of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's
I'm
a
gonna
Spectre.
convince him to
He
shoot
can go
himself into
do
the head.
almost anything. That's why we need the council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
And this is the end of the part 1 LP of Mass Effect playthrough. If you liked it, and if you like the content, you know what to do. You don't need to be told all the time.